Hi everyone, Alejandra here. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 of my favorite tips in Excel. I hope you find them helpful. So let's get started. Number one, Format Painter. When we want to copy the format from one cell to another or to several others, what we usually do, we go to the cell where we want to copy the format from, then we go to Home tab and we click at that Format Painter option. So it's where that little brush is. So we click there and then we click at the cell where we want to copy that format to. Unfortunately, if we try to press F4 to repeat that action, the format is not copied to. So we probably keep doing that over and over every single cell that we're copying that format to. Or we right click at the cell where we have the format from, and then you will see that we have in here the option to select that brush again. So we click here at the Format Painter icon, and then we copy that format to another cell. So which is quite slow, or is still quite painful. Another way to copy the format from one cell to another is right click, copy, or we just press Ctrl C and then go to the cell where you want to copy that format to, and then right click and then select formatting for the paste options, and then that's another way to do it. So in this case, you might be able to select several cells and then copy the formatting to those cells, but still it's not that efficient to do. So I'm going to escape here. So a better way to copy that format to several cells is go to the cell with that with the format that you want to copy from. Double click at the Format Painter option on the Home tab, and then you can click at all the cells that you want to copy that format to. So it's very efficient, it's very easy to do, and you just need to double click at this option, where even if you put your mouse on top of it, you will notice that it says, FYI, to apply the formatting in multiple places, double click Format Painter. So it's very easy to do. Once you finish, you can just press escape, or you can just click at the Format Painter option here, and then you are ready to go. Number two, emojis. I love inserting emojis to my formulas. So in this example, I'm going to show you how to show a happy face if the amount in column A is higher than 2000, and otherwise it will show crying face if the amount is below or equal to 2000. So to do that, we select cell B5, and then we equal if we open parentheses, if A5 equals, is higher than 2000, then we open quotation marks, then we click at the Windows key in your keyboard. Also, we at the same time we click at the dot, then we get this, the emojis, the list of emojis, so to be able to select from it. You can do this in any app. You can do it online. You can do it. Actually, the online version has the emojis, keeps the emojis in color. In the desktop version, the emojis won't keep the color. So for me, I still enjoy inserting my emojis. So let's say if the amount is higher than 2000, then let's look for the happy face. And then we close the quotation marks. Otherwise, then comma, we open quotation marks again. Then if we don't get that amount, then we will have a crying face. What is that crying face? Let me go back here. I have it already. So, oh, something happened there. So I close the quotation marks, comma, open quotation marks, and then Windows and period at the same time. And then I select the crying face, close the quotation marks, and then I close my parentheses. So enter. Let me close just the emojis box and then enter. And you will see, because the amount here is under 2000, then the crying face is just right there. So I just copy my formula below. So I just double click at that cell, and now you can see we have all our numbers, all our emojis. So just to prove that the formula is working properly, let's change this number for 2500. And there you go, you have a happy face there. So you can also replace the emojis that you already have there. So by selecting Control H, we are going to replace. So we click at the Windows key and the period at the same time. And then we say, okay, let's replace the crying face. Let's replace it for the thumbs down. And then Windows dot, and then let's say let's have a double here, and then we replace all. We have this saying all done. We made 11 replacements. Okay, we close, and now we can see that the crying face is gone, and now with the thumbs down are replacing that. So it works. Excellent. Number 3, I want to change the formatting on this list. So I have a conditional formatting. So I need to go to the Home tab, select conditional formatting, manage rules, and here is my rule. And it says that if the price, is higher or equal to 7, then I need to apply the orange color, otherwise it will stay without color. So what I notice is, my conditional formatting is not including column D. So every single time that I try to change it, I just click at this range and I start moving my arrows. In this case, I will move it left, and then what happens? Oh, Excel believes I am assigning a new range, which is not the case. And if I move my rows to the left, to down, to the right, so it's starting to select a new range, and that's not what I want to do. So I will cancel this. I'm going to show you a way to do it. Moving your using your arrows. So let's go back to conditional formatting, manage rules. So I'm here on this box. I go to the box where the range is selected, and then you will notice that over here it is called in point mode. To remove this mode, then we just click F2, and now you notice that it changed to edit. So now we are able to use our arrows. In this case, I'm just using my left arrow, and then I can delete the C and replace by the D. So I can keep moving left, right, and there is no change in the other numbers. So I find this very useful. It saves me a lot of time, and it really I love it. So let's apply it, and then now you can see that my conditional formatting is also included the amounts in column D. So I say okay, done. Number 4, filter. So I love this. Let me just make it a little bit bigger for you. There we go. So I have a list of cost center, cost elements with budget, actuals, and variance. So if I select any cell inside of that list, and then I click at Control Shift L, then you will notice that the filter is now on top of my list, on the titles. Okay, so again, what I did is, and to remove it, again, you just need to select Control Shift L, and then the filters are gone. So let's get them back, Control Shift L. And now if I want to filter by CC0004, I right click to that cell, I go to filter, and I select filter by selected cells value. I do that and I have two rows with that value. So it's so easy. You don't need to go to the top and select it. So you can just stay in the cell that you want to sort by and or filter by, sorry, and then there you go. So let's clear out this filter. Let's select all. Now you can also do it by the color, by the the fill color. So same thing, you click at the cell that you want to filter by, you right click, go to filter, and then you say filter by selected cells color. And all the cells with the yellow have been included in this filter. If we clear it out, then select all. You can also do it by the color of the font. Let's say in this case, there are some cost elements with green. So let's right click, filter, filter by selected cells font color. And there you go. We have 3 items with that color. Number 5, I'm going to show you how to insert line breaks. In this case, we have some information here that is including some commas to separate the name, the address, the postal code, the city, and the country. So how we do this is we need to replace the comma for that line break. A very easy or very quick way to do it is by pressing Ctrl H, and I'm gonna replace the comma for a line break. That line break, I need to press Ctrl Shift J, and you will notice that here there is a little bit of a little character here that is moving. That's fine, that's what we need. So now I replace all. It will say that we made 13 replacements. I say okay, I close, and then now the only thing that you need to be careful or you need to make sure is that you expand this row because the information is just below the first below the name. So now there you go, you have the name, all the information has a line break based on the command that was separating that information. Number 6, sometimes when I have subtotals, I want to summarize by the subtotals that I have and the grand total, and I want to copy and paste this information maybe in another sheet or just to present a summary. And when I do this and I set Control V to paste, it brings all the information including the hidden rows. This is not what I want, so I'm gonna undo this by pressing Control Z, and then I just need to copy and paste the visible information, the visible rows. So a way to do this, I'm gonna escape to remove the Control C. So a way to do this, I'm gonna select what I want to copy, select that, press Alt semicolon, and you will notice a little very light separation, like a little bit of white between the rows. So that is because it's selecting only the visible rows. So now I have selected only the visible rows. I press Ctrl C. I go to the place where I want to paste it. Let's paste it here. And I press Ctrl V, and there you go. You are just copying and pasting the visible rows. Another way to do this, let me escape. I select what I want to copy. I go to the Home tab. I select Find and Select. I select Go to Special. And then from there, I'm going to select Visible Cells only. I say OK. Again, you can notice a little bit of white separation between the rows. I Control C, and then I copy them, and it's bringing only the information from the visible rows. Number 7, group or ungroup. So let's say in this case, I want to group all these columns, and then how I do it very quickly through my keyboard is Shift Alt right arrow, and now you can see that these three columns have been grouped. If I want to hide the whole group, I just click at that minus on the top, and then the whole group of columns has been hidden. If I want to unhide them, I just click at the plus, and there you go. Same thing with the rows. If I want to group all of these rows, I press Shift Alt right, and there we go. Now all these rows belong to one group, and I can hide them, I can unhide them all together. If I want to remove that group, if I want to ungroup, then Shift Alt left. Then you can see that for the rows, the grouping has been removed. Now for the columns as well, then let me select this group, and then Shift Alt left, and now that group has also been those columns have been ungrouped. So this is very helpful. Sometimes you just need to have a few groups of columns, and it's just easier to group to work in that way. So another way that you can do this, you can select the columns, you can go to the data tab, and then you will have the group or the ungroup options here on the top. So you can group them, you can ungroup them. So it's very, very easy, but I just find it faster or more efficient if I do it with the keyboard. Number 8, how to show formulas. So sometimes we're not sure where the formulas are. We need to make sure that we are not impacting some of the information in the formulas, and sometimes we just need to know where the formulas are sitting in our worksheet. So a very, very easy way to do that is by pressing the control grave accent, and then you can see here now the date and the total sales have been shown, the formulas that they are presenting, or they contain. So in the date column, the date is stored in Excel as a number. So it's just that number has a format of date. But then this is very helpful because sometimes there are dates that are entered as text, and sometimes our formulas don't recognize that, and it's quite painful to figure out what is going on. So in this case, it's very helpful to know which cells are considered formulas, or they are considered dates, because we can see it's a number, and anything that is shown as a text will keep the date format in that case. So in order to stop seeing these formulas, I press Control grave accent, and then is back to what it was before. Another way to do this, you can go to the Formulas tab and then select Show Formulas, or you can see, because it's selected, is a little bit darker, and then I click at Show Formulas again, and then it's removed. Number 9, autofill or autofill. Let's say, for example, every time that I want to have a column with some series, and I want to start from number 1 to 3, and I want to fill below in consecutive number. But when I do that, then the 103 remains in each cell, and that's not what I want. So to change that, I come to this little box here, I click at it, and then I select Fill Series, and now I have what I was looking for, a consecutive number from the starting point. So it goes from 123 to 144. This is one way to fill this. Sometimes you want to do exactly, you want to fill below one cell, and you want to keep the format only, but you don't want to keep any number below. So you can remove that by selecting, dragging that number, that cell until the place that you want to stop. Then you click at the box again and you say fill formatting only. And it will remove the numbers, but it will keep the formatting. Another option in that little box is without format. So sometimes you just want to copy the number below down, but you don't want to copy the format. So what you do is you just drag that from that cell below, and then in that little box you will go, you will select without formatting. And there you go. You keep the number, but you don't keep the formatting. So, and something that I love about Excel as well is the flash fill. So let's say I want to tell Excel that I have 1, 2, 3. I want to combine 1, 2, 3 dash 789. Next, 1, 2, 4 dash 789. So, let me show you again. 1, 2, 4. When I enter 1 to 4, Excel understand, oh, okay, I think she wants to connect column A dash column C. And then it's presenting me what, or suggesting what the next cells or the cells below should look like. And that's exactly what I want. So I click enter, and then immediately the flash fill has been populating all my cells. I love this one. Last one, number 10. Drop down from the list. So I love this one. I believe not too many people know this, and I just find it very useful. So let's say I have a list of products. So another thing that I love about Excel is, for example, if I just press M, because I have milk on the top of this list or included in this list, it will assume that I'm looking for that word. So I can do that if that's the word that I'm looking for, or that's what I'm going to enter, then I just can click enter, and that's great. So that works when you have only one word starting with M or starting with a specific letter. But then as you have more words with similar letters at the beginning, then Excel just won't be able to catch that with one or two letters. You need to provide more letters, and at that point it's just easier just to finish the whole word. Something that I find very useful is if you click at Alt a row down, so you will get a drop down from the list above. And that is fantastic because, for example, with Candice and Cantaloupe, then I have the same three letters to start with the word. So I just selected from here. Let's say I need this, so Alt I wrote down, and then I want ice cream, right? So this is very helpful, and as I said, I don't believe a lot of people know this, and I just love it. So Alt I wrote down, and then you will get this. So great. One of my favorite tips. I hope you found this information helpful. If you like it, please give the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, share with anybody that you believe can benefit from it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a great day.